on, Aquarius? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazzy, your reader for today. This is your new moon reading that is taking place on April 19th or the 20th, depending on where you're located in the world. So let's get into this for you guys, shall we? So for those of you that are interested in booking a private consultation, checking out your other elements playlist, checking out my Etsy wish list, donating to the channel, getting your girl a coffee, any of that information can and will be found in the description box of every single one of my videos below. So yeah, I trust that you guys have been doing well. I'm doing better with my mindfulness, with my words and my verbiage. So yeah, so I trust that you guys are doing your best to stay as balanced as possible at this time. Okay, with this new moon coming, Mercury retrograde is also we're also in the shadow phase of that. So some of you are definitely coming into some type of fulfillment, something you've been wishing for, asking for. Okay, now would be also a really good time to do some reflection if you are so being guided. Some of you are 22, you may be born on the 22nd. My bestie is born on the 22nd. So, but anyway, for some of you, she's an Aquarius, that's why I say that. But yeah, some of you may be doing some reflecting at this time, or you may be guided to do some reflecting at this time. It's never a bad idea to do that. But it's also a good time because Mercury retrograde, that's what that period is for. Okay, why sometimes things from the past come back up, where there's people, situations, wounds, experiences, whatever that is sometimes designed like that on purpose to get you to reflect on it. For some of you, it has to do with something during the winter time, or something that took place during the winter time. Winter time may be a significance to some of you. You may be a life path 22, you may be born, like I said, on the 22nd, you may be 22 years old. You may have a 22-year-old, okay? So real quick, channel messages that I got for you guys when I was starting to channel your energy before I started recording was agreement, agreeable. So some of you may be coming to some type of agreement with someone, and I heard availability. Okay, so for some of you, this could be talking about work. You may be coming to an agreement about like a work schedule or something like that. Some of you, this could be also talking about signing a lease, like renting a space, something like that. Where you're it's like talking, some of you may be talking to someone or coming into contact with someone, discussing availabilities to come to terms of an agreement or something like that. Okay, so like I said, take it as it resonates. All the messages will not resonate with everyone. It's, you know, if it does, wonderful, but if not, don't take it personal. Okay, that's what the private consultations are for. All right, to tap into your own personal energy and situation. All right, so whoa, ritual, invocation. Okay, so some of you may be invoking different, like, you know, deities or different energies. Be careful what you're taking on. Okay, like when we ask for certain things, you know, we have to be mindful of the energy that we're tapping into. Okay, be mindful that we're honoring, you know, certain deities and ancestors and spirit beings, okay, that be right in the ethers. Make sure that we're respecting them. Okay, yeah. See what else there for Aquarius. What do they need to know? For some of you too, it's going to be important for you to put up, you know, make sure you have boundaries in place for not only yourself but for others. Okay. And as far as too, for those of you that, you know, work with, you know, esoterics and you know, things like that, it's going to be important for you to, for those that invoke, you know, that do invoking, you know what I'm talking about, make sure that you're setting proper boundaries surrounding your space, making sure that that you create a sacred space before you invoke anything. Okay, especially if you don't know what you're doing, make sure that you're doing your research. You know, make sure you're seeking out knowledgeable you know, people of wisdom that can really help you with this type of stuff before we just open up some shit, pick up something you can't put down, so to speak. Okay, if you know, you know. But anyway, so we have judgment, soul searching, and bring inner peace to many areas of your life. So again, reflecting. Okay, two cards basically indicating the same thing here, two totally different decks. So for some of you, reflecting during this time or during this Mercury retrograde period is going to be very important for you. Okay, maybe it's I feel like for some of you, this is reflecting on maybe where you either need to have stronger boundaries, or maybe where you don't have any at all, and it may be necessary for you to establish some boundaries. Okay, so at the bottom of this other deck, it's a star. Okay, and that's giving me your energy all day long, so you're showing up in your own reading here. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So for some of you, This is what you have to look forward to. Okay, it doesn't still doesn't mean that we, you know, don't need to have, that we still don't have business to take care of and things that we still have to get done, like, you know, reflecting, taking that time to really go within. And you know, maybe for some of you guided to journal if you haven't been journaling. Some of you maybe have and kind of like got out of practice. This may be a good time to pick that back up. Okay, so let's see, for Aquarius, clarity. Yeah, and it came in reverse. I don't even typically read these cards in reverse because they're not a reversible type of deck. Like, that's not how the creator made them. But because it came in reverse, and given the other cards that are already out, I'm gonna go ahead and read it that way. And I feel like I said, for some of you that are not clear about something, or like, you know, seeking clarity, needing to get clear about something, that is how you're gonna find it. And it was funny because I was just telling my son's godmom that yesterday about you know, going within, journaling, you know, taking that time to really do that. Luck is on your side, Aquarius. So I feel like for some of you, it's like, if you're, you know, whatever it is that you're maybe not that you're not clear about or not sure about, take some time to do some writing, to really, you know, meditate, go within, get quiet, get by yourself, isolate yourself from the world for a while, right? And that's where I feel like things will be made a little bit more clear to you. For some of you, this is about, you know, setting boundaries with the things maybe you're consuming, maybe the people that are around you that may be distracting your energy, or, you know, creating blockages that are making things difficult for you to see it clearly, or see a person clearly, if that's where, you know, where this applies. Okay, so let's see. Let me use this deck. All right, Spirit, for Aquarius, see what else we need to know. This new moon, it's time. So card number 8, it's time. It's time for action. Things are fast-tracked to unfold quickly and smoothly, okay? So for some of you, it's like, you know, things may be not clear at this time, or maybe not clear yet, but it will be. Anything that's stagnated is about to start moving, okay? But for some of you, this is about something that you know that you need to do, that you maybe should have done already. And this is now the time to really do that, okay? Yeah. For some of you, if this is a question about, is it time for me to do this or that, this is Spirit saying it's time. Yes, it's time. It's time to do that now. For a question that I haven't answered, that could be what this is talking about for some of you. That is it time for me to do this? Yes. All right, let's see. What else, Spirit, for Aquarius? Cake ceremony. So card 4, we have Aries out here. So for some of you, upon reflecting on something, it's going to put you in a position to celebrate, okay? I feel like you're it's like Spirit's trying to reward you for something. The things are shifting, I feel like, in a positive way, and it's time for that shift. It just may not be apparent to you at this time, okay? So for those of you that, you know, have been really doing a lot of inner work, and it maybe seems like things aren't working, or that, you know, like you're not making the type of progress that you want, that's changing, okay? I feel like you're definitely about to be rewarded for something that you've been working a lot of, you know, like working really hard at, and that you're just maybe not seeing the growth yet. This is Spirit saying it's time, and you're being positioned to celebrate whatever it is that you've been working on, or towards, or whatever it is that the work that you've been doing, however that applies. It's like you're coming into rewards for that, okay? I feel like it's going to be important for you to also remember, you know, how far you've come. Remember, you know, the things that you've overcome, the things you've experienced that have brought you and got you to this point that you're at right now. Okay, that's definitely something to celebrate. Is honoring yourself, honoring your path, you know, honoring your journey up until this point. No matter how it looks, don't compare it to others. That's the worst thing we could do for ourselves, is compare our journey, our life, our path to others, someone else's. It's not meant to be like theirs. It's not meant to be like anyone else's. May there be similarities? Absolutely. But it's not meant to be identical or even close. Okay. Let's see. What else, Spirit, for Aquarius? This new moon. Some of you may be going to a graduation. celebrating a birthday or something like that, okay? Some of you may be wanting to celebrate or something, or go out somewhere, and you're just maybe being guided to just stay home and reflect, okay? So let's see, we have 6 and 4, two Cancer cards. Interesting. Heart and home and mirror, okay? See boundaries here again. So for some of you, this is about setting boundaries in your home, okay? Setting boundaries with someone that you're with. For others of you, this is about overindulging, where maybe if there's things, if you're constantly like going to parties or something like that, or different, you know, events, some of you are being guided to maybe to stay home and reflect and do, and maybe see where, you know, we need to maybe set better boundaries with our partying, or, you know, going out too much, or doing something like that, where it's like, you know, wondering why maybe things aren't shifting how you want it to yet. That could be why. Like for me, I had to learn where I wasn't disciplining myself in certain ways, how it was affecting other areas that I didn't even think it mattered, right? But it's all connected. So I feel like for some of you, given that boundaries already was here at the bottom of this deck, okay? There's some type of boundaries that we need to place, whether it's with, I feel like for some of you, it's with someone in your home, okay? If you want things to last, if you want things to grow, and, you know, to, you know, keep a happy home, or to make your home a bit happier, for some of you, there's needs to be a boundaries established, maybe with your partner, or, you know, with, you know, a lifestyle, something like that, whatever that is. This is about being, you know, self-aware, and realizing where and how we're playing a role in whatever it is we're experiencing. Where can we do, oh shit, and now that I see this mirror, that's another reflection, okay? So some of you, whatever it is you're experiencing, it's reflecting back to you parts of yourself that we need to work on, okay? Or where we need to set better boundaries with ourselves, and you'll see your outside experiences change. That's how it works. As within, so without. You have to make the shift on the inside first before you're able to see it externally. That's like basic law of attraction. You know, what you put out is what comes back, right? Yeah, for some of you, this has to do with a partner, okay? Someone that could be aggressive, someone that can like burst in any moment, or like, you know, just kind of like fly off the handle at any moment given time, okay? This is, I feel like Spirit is saying, don't fuel the fire here, okay? Because some of you, this could have to do with like drinking or something like that. There could be an alcohol, you know, problem here with like it could be like stem from family, you know, like ancestral type of thing, where some of you, it's like, where it's like, if that's something you're experiencing, Spirit, I feel like with this new moon, is asking you to really look at, where is that reflecting parts of myself? Like where, you know, where have I, like, where can I do more healing to make my home happier? To maybe, if I grew up a certain way, to like things, where can I shift? Or where are these, what I'm seeing now in my current circumstances, mirroring back to me parts of like an old self or older version that I can release and let go of? Like what is being reflected back to me that I need to work through, okay? Yeah. All right, so let's keep going. All right, Spirit, what else is going on for Aquarius with this new moon? Yeah, some of you, this is about, you know, choosing, going in a different direction. For some of you, you're being guided to go in a different direction, whether it's about, you know, a partnership, or, you know, just in life in general, because not everybody's with someone, right? But, you know, this is also too about leaving the past behind, okay? Choosing, making the decision. Are we going to keep doing the same thing, or are we going to, you know, make a choice to do better and, you know, move in a direction that's more for us, okay? And if that isn't made clear to you, like I said, meditation is what's going to get you there. So we have next the Chariot card coming out. That is Cancer energy. So for some of you, this is about, again, leaving the past behind, you know, making this decision, what path you're going to choose, and getting in alignment with that path and allowing yourself to move forward. For some of you, that by you making the decision, that's the first step, is first reflecting on what decision needs to be made, making that first decision, and then like making the choice, right? And then that's where the alignment and the forward progression follows after that. So for some of you, if you're unclear, unsure about something, or how to move forward in a situation, Spirit is asking you to take some time to go within, do some reflecting, do some journaling, okay? And the answer, whatever it is you're seeking, will be made clear to you. So the 5 of Pentacles came out, and it kind of came out in reverse. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it in reverse. So for some of you, this is about choosing a different direction and, you know, moving forward progressively, okay? Coming out of this energy of maybe feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you're not enough, maybe for some of you, or if you've been struggling financially, that could be talking about coming out of that, you know, that maybe leaving something behind, or choosing to move in a different direction, no matter what this is talking about. is what's gonna, for some of you, bring you out of this energy of feeling like you don't have enough or you're lacking. Okay, I feel like some of you, you don't lack anything. You don't, I mean, you just need to know that. Some of you, that's where that applies, where you feel like you're lacking something, but you have to remember you're abundant. You're a part of the you know, the Most High, the highest, you know, creator. Okay, you don't lack anything, right? That's a perception. That's a perspective. For some of you, that is the old paradigm that needs to be released, that may be being mirrored back to you at this time for you to release it. Okay, for some of you, that spirit saying it's time for this to be released so you can move in a different direction. For some of you, this is like, for example, you know, staying in a situation because you feel like I can't do it by myself, or I won't have enough money to do it by myself, so I'm gonna stay because it's comfortable. For some of you, that's where spirit's like, no, you need to make the decision that I deserve better, I can have better, and when I align to that energy, I don't have to worry about not being provided for. I don't have to worry about not having enough, or not having enough money, or having to do things by myself. For some of you, where that has been the experience, by you choosing yourself and moving in a different direction, that's showing the universe that you deserve better, and the universe automatically matches that energy, because that's, again, what you put out. You put out that I deserve to be taken care of and provided for, and, you know, to, you know, have support. That is what's going to come back to you, period. So for some of you, this is a reminder. Okay, the overall outcome, spirit, for the new moon, this new moon energy. Hangman, surrendering. Okay, this is about shifting your perspective, seeing things from a higher level of perspective, maybe seeing things from a different angle. So if, like, for example, again, if you're feeling like, you know, I don't know how to get out of this, or I don't know what to choose, blah blah blah, for some of you, this is about taking a step back. Okay, disconnecting, taking a step back, and allowing yourself to, you know, try to see things from different angles, from different perspectives, in order to come up with the proper solution. Okay, for some of you, this is about, you know, just maybe totally disconnecting from a situation is what's gonna, you know, essentially bring you out of this energy of feeling like I don't have enough, or I'm not enough, or, you know, I don't have this type of support that I need, and, you know, all that. Some of you, this is, you know, what this is about, surrendering that you know, that thought process, that limiting belief. Okay, so wow, some of you got a new beginning coming. Okay, like I said, good luck. Okay, new beginning, star. I'm just saying. Okay, it's up to you though. You have to choose this. Okay, it's like we always have free will. So same thing with, like, when it comes to your trust at the bottom. Some of you, you have to trust that you're protected. Okay, some of you, this is about exactly closing out something. Some of you, it's like we do our best to make things work, but for some of you, you're really being guided to take this time to really reflect. Is this really what I want? Is this really, you know, making me happy? Is this really where I belong? Or should I consider moving forward? Should I consider, you know, like, you know, doing something else, going in a different direction? Even if this is talking about a job, you know, take it where it resonates. But, you know, for some of you, wherever you're lacking the clarity or the thoughts or whatever it is, you know, to take the next step to, you know, get clear about that, you'll find that in meditation. You'll find that in taking time to get quiet and sit with your own thoughts and write them out without thinking about it, right? Don't, you know, even if it don't make sense, just write. That's called automatic writing. Okay, just writing without stopping for, you know, a few minutes or something, and, you know, just then reading, going back and see what came through. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna clarify. All right, Spirit, what's the Two of Wands, please, for Aquarius? It's new moon. Wow, so we have the Chariot again, Cancer energy, twice in the same reading. Okay, then we followed by that is the Emperor. All right, so for some of you, this is a divine masculine, like a father figure. For some of you, this is someone you have kids with that maybe you're being guided to move away from. You're being guided to go in a different direction. For some of you, this is moving on from someone that you have kids with. Okay, because this is a father figure. So for some of you, this is, you know, this could be your own father, but for those of you that this is talking about, maybe a spouse. Okay, someone that you, like I said, a masculine in your life that is an authority figure. This person normally represents a business owner, someone who is successful. Okay, so for some of you, you're being guided to move away from this type of individual. For others of you, this is talking about stepping into your own divine masculine energy. Whether you are identify as a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. We both have both energies within us, within each of us, so it doesn't matter. So for some of you, for some of you, you're being guided to move away from this person, if that's who this is. For others of you, this is about moving forward and stepping into this energy yourself. Okay, and by doing that, will bring you out of this energy of feeling, you know, like you don't have enough, or feeling like you're lacking. Okay, for some of you, this is a spirit indicating and letting you know that you don't lack anything. okay? You don't have to worry about this. For some of you, if that has been a worry, you're worried for nothing, okay? Strength, Leo energy. So let me just point out real fast, Aquarius, by the way, out of 7 cards, 5 of them are major arcanas, okay? So this is whatever this situation is that Spirit is talking about here with this new moon, and given that Mercury retrograde is we're in the shadow phase of that as well, this is not nothing small, okay? So this is about really stepping into your power, really stepping into that courageous energy, stepping into the energy of the lion, and realizing that I'm strong, I'm capable. You just have to believe that for yourself. For some of you, that's what this is talking about, is shifting your perspective to see how strong and capable you really are in the face of your challenges, in the face of adversity, in the face of feeling like, I don't know if I should do this, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. That's where we have to sometimes surrender that unknown and trust, okay? Spirit is asking you to trust that making this move, you're protected, to trust that, you know, luck is favoring you at this time, okay? For some of you, you're needing closure. This is time, for some of you, has to do with a breakup. This card represents a breakup as well. And that is what, for some of you, what will serve you. And I feel like your intuition has been telling you this. For some of you, your psychic abilities are popping at this time, okay? For some of you, you already know this is something you're needing to do, because some of you, that is your purpose. That's part of your purpose, is to maybe hone in on your own gifts and abilities. And maybe someone that you're with doesn't approve. Maybe they have different views about things, and you know, maybe it's just not, you know, you guys aren't on the same page about certain stuff. I can't tell you, right? You know your situation better than mine, but for some of you, that is exactly what this is about. And you know, peace. I feel like some of you, this is about, you know, reestablishing your peace, coming back into finding, you know, what makes you feel at peace, okay? So clarifying the Hangman is the Knight of Potions. So for some of you, this is about, you know, shifting your perspective and surrendering, you know, a connection, okay? Surrendering a connection and, you know, just taking the steps. This is about planning. This is about, you know, your long term, you know, planning for the long term, planning, you know, your life going forward, okay? This is about taking your time, okay? Being practical, meaning removing your emotions from a situation and focusing on the practical side of it, okay? You know, making plans, taking one step at a time, taking your time, okay? Allowing yourself to step back from a situation and start making plans to move forward. So for some of you that are, you know, even already had an idea that maybe this isn't the situation I need to be in, maybe, you know, it's like I've given it all I've got, and I'm kind of at a point where it's like, I need to move forward. This isn't working. I need to move on. And for some of you, it's like you're really taking a look in the mirror and being like, damn, am I really happy? And is this really my life? Is this really the life I envision for myself? Some of you are doing that at this time. You're being asked to, and some of you are really coming to this conclusion that you really need to move on from a situation, okay? And so Spirit is saying that, you know, this is a time to really shift your perspective. And maybe where some of you have maybe had a limiting belief and feeling like, I can never, you know, do something on my own, or I can never, you know, do this or that. This is where Spirit is saying now is the time to see that, yes, you can. By doing the reflecting and maybe tapping back into that is what's going to tap you back into your strength, okay, to really help you take those steps forward, to really help you, you know, take one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, whatever it takes to keep moving forward, okay? So let's wrap with some advice. Spirit, what's some advice for Aquarius? Yeah, let's do this deck. Let's do this little mini one. Accurate messages of advice for Aquarius, Spirit. Knight of Swords, Carpe Diem, seize the day, okay? Spirit wants you to move on. Spirit really wants you to tap into your courage, really be confident in yourself and take those steps forward. Some of you, you know exactly what this is talking about. This is not going to be for everyone. Definitely not. But this feels specific. It really does. Spirit really wants you guys, I feel like, to really, you know, seize the moment, okay? Don't let another moment pass, another day pass where, you know, if you're not happy and you know that you need to make a different decision or go a different route, it's like, it's time. This is the time to do it. This is the time to, it's no more time to think about it. This is the time to really, some of you need to think about it. Some of you, it's like you're not clear about it because you know that it's something that, you know, you need to do, but you don't want to do it, right? So you're kind of like ignoring, kind of like hiding, like, I don't want to look, I don't want it, you know? But this is about really stepping into that courage and knowing what needs to be done and taking action on that, okay? For some of you, you know exactly, you know more than you think you know. You know more than you give yourself credit for, okay? It's just a matter of you trusting it and listening to it, right? It's not always, your intuition is not always going to be comfortable. It's not always going to give you the most comfortable answers, and it's not supposed to, but it's always going to be honest with you. It's always going to keep it real with you, okay? So for some of you, you need to know that. Some of you, it's your own negative thoughts that are getting in the way, okay? We have 2 swords cards here. So this is about, you know, moving past the fear, moving past the feeling of, you know, over analyzing, okay? Some of you, this is like, don't think too much about it, because that's where your mind is going to change. And that's when you, it's like when you get an idea, those first 5 seconds when that idea comes in, that's how long you have to make a decision before your mind kicks in and then makes you think of all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, or why it would be a bad idea, or why, you know, all the things that the devil represents, right? Which is fear, right? That stops us from making a decision that will ultimately be for our best, highest good. So for some of you, that is what this is about, is making that move before you get stuck in your head about it, before you start overthinking and overanalyzing it. I feel like some of you know that you're fully capable of something. You know you're fully capable of, you know, taking this step or making this move, going this direction, and really it being successful for you, okay? But this is about, you know, it's going to be up to you. You know, it really is. So for some of you, like I said, that have been struggling with maybe doing that because it may be really a really uncomfortable or sensitive situation, by you taking that time to really reflect and really search within your soul, go within your heart space, that is where you're going to find the confidence. That is where you're going to find that, you know what, I love myself enough, or I need to, you know, love myself enough to do this because I know it's what is best for me, right? And really making that choice, okay? Let's get one more spirit advice for Aquarius, please. 8 of coins over and over. Yeah, something that keeps happening over and over again. It's like some of you, it's like you're being guided to leave a situation behind. You're being guided to give up, you know, stop putting in so much effort and energy into something, okay? I feel like something maybe just isn't growing anymore. Something just is not working anymore. And this is where Spirit is saying that you really need to go ahead and make that move before you start overthinking and keep yourself stuck and trapped, because you're really not stuck and trapped. The only entrapment is the one that we have in our mind, okay? You're never stuck. That's just your perception of it. And that's where Spirit is saying you need to stop thinking that you're trapped in a situation that you're really not trapped in, because that's you just telling you, it's just your mind making you feel like you are, okay? And give up a situation, because this is advice. So this is about something that keeps happening over and over and over again. Like something is not going to change here. I feel like some of you know that. And that's why you're being guided to do some reflecting and really ask yourself the tough questions. Like, am I really happy here? Can there really be growth here? Is this worth me really putting more time, energy, and effort into, or should I just cut my losses? For some of you, that's something that you're really being asked to consider at this time with this new moon, because like, you know, luck is favoring you. Luck is definitely favoring you, okay? But for some of you, it's about trusting this process, because underneath that is the devil, okay? Which we already talked about, okay? So for some of you, this is exactly what this is talking about. You have a brand new beginning here, okay, that's coming once you walk away from this devil energy. For some of you, you're being guided to walk away from someone that you know is toxic, okay? Someone that maybe has addictions. I don't care what kind of addictions, but for some of you, this is talking about, you know, preparing, making the plans, saving your money. For some of you, you're being guided to save your money. That's what this is talking about, plans, making the plans for the long term. Some of you are being asked to like really reflect, would I be happy staying here long term? Or would I be happy working at this job long term? Would I be happy staying with this person long term? Is this something that's going to grow? Otherwise, I need to start thinking about other ways, you know, for some of you, this could be definitely talking about income, okay? Where, you know, it's about just you stepping into your power and, you know, getting in alignment with that divine masculine energy that can be successful, that can be, you know, prosperous, okay? So, like I said, if that's your message, you'll know. Woo-cha. So let's wrap with some self-esteem cards. I save these for the end because they can be a little bit triggering. However, I did not get these to trigger you. I did not get these to judge, to throw shade in any type of way. My channel is all about self-development and bettering ourselves, you know, for our highest and greatest good, ultimately. Okay. So these are only meant to help, even for myself. They kind of be like, ooh, that kind of stings, but having the awareness, then you know where your power lies and you can do something about it. Okay. So let's see, Spirit for Aquarius. Be aware. So we have card 33. So we have 22, 33. So some of you, this is about, you know, making forward progress. Okay. You may be a life path 22 or 33. All right. You may be 33 years old. Be aware of what energy you are putting out into the world and how it affects others. Okay. Let's see what else. And like I said, and that could be for some of you where this mirror comes in. Okay. Where you know, spirit wants you to be self-aware. Now it says be aware. This card says self-aware. So this is what this is talking about. So it's double confirmation. So for some of you, if there's people around you that are putting out certain energy or projecting certain things onto you, it's important for you to take a step back and look at, where am I, you know, putting out that type of energy for it to be reflected back to me. Okay, because that's really all this is. Where everything's a projection that's being mirrored back to us. So based on what you put out is what you get back. Okay, so spirit wants you to be aware of, you know, if you're putting out shitty energy, of course you're gonna get that back. Okay. So what else? Card 62. Be careful that your beliefs and expectations don't influence your behavior, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. Be careful that your beliefs and expectations don't influence your behavior, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's like 7 of Cups energy here. Okay. Let's get one more for Aquarius. Whoa, that's a lot. All right, this one came up face up. Stop second guessing yourself because someone else challenges your priorities, goals, or choices. Stand by your convictions. You do not need their approval. Card 53. Holy shit. If that ain't the most clear fucking message here, Aquarius, I don't know what is. I'm just saying, if that's not another divine confirmation, I don't know what is. Okay, I'm gonna read that again because that was powerful. Stop second guessing yourself because someone else challenges your goals, priorities, or choices. Stand by your convictions. You do not need their approval. So that means that if you're being guided to leave someone the fuck out in the cold for whatever reason, because you know that you're not happy or whatever, you don't need their approval. You don't need them to like it. You don't need them to agree with it. You just, at the end of the day, have to set boundaries and do what the fuck you need to do for yourself. And especially for those of you that have kids, you need to do what's best for you and your child or your children, okay? Wherever that resonates. So, like I said, if the messages are yours, take what's yours, leave the meat, take the meat, leave the bones. Leave the fish, take the fish, leave the bones, right? Okay? So, Aquarius, that's what I have for you.